Morning everyone. Unit 30 Digital Graphics. I'm going to constitute this as your second lesson starting on the 9th of January. The aim is I'll go through what you're going to do prior to Wednesday's lesson. Okay, so what we'll do is go through a tiny bit of theory, set you some investigation questions, and then you can get on with the work. Okay, just to remind you, the criteria we're looking at over the next few weeks as we work up towards your first task is P1, P2 and Merit 1. And that's describe the hardware and software used to create and edit graphics, explain how different types of graphic images relate to file formats, and compare the limitations of different hardware and software packages used in graphics work. Okay, last lesson I set you some questions, okay, and they were to make a list of as many hardware elements that you can imagine involved in digital graphics, make a list of as many software elements that you could imagine involved, and then I asked you to create a table using the following headings. You had to then write up your investigation onto your blog using the title that I gave you. Now, I expect to see that evidence on your blog by Wednesday, because I'm going to choose some of you to actually stand up in the lesson and present and talk us through what you put on your blog. Right, so this week's focus is obviously going to stay with hardware and software, okay, so that you fully understand what we're getting at and you can relate it to the coursework. So, hardware can be defined as a physical part of the computer system. It includes components both inside and out, as well as peripherals that are added to the system. Software, that would be a collection of programs, in this case related to the creation of or enhancement of digital graphics. Right, so, some elements of hardware. Okay, graphics cards. They're needed to produce the display at a certain resolution and a certain colour depth that can meet the needs of a user. RAM, to hold and run the software dealing with the images. This needs to be fast enough to be responsive. A processor, obviously. It's needed to run the system, the software, fast enough to handle the images. Items like a digital card reader acts as an interface between the computer and the digital camera. Pardon me. File storage, a hard drive or external storage, is where you would save and store images. And then input devices are needed, obviously, to capture images. Okay, well, question. Why is it important that a person handling graphics uses a graphics card capable of producing a wide range of colour depth and a high resolution image? Some further things for you to investigate. What are GIF, BMP, JPG, PNG and TIFF? Which are the largest of the above items? What is compression and how does it affect the image quality? What are the differences between vector graphics and bitmap graphics? And in what instances might one type be more appropriate than the other? Okay, little bit of information there, followed by some areas that you need to go off and investigate further. I expect evidence of investigation as well as the answers to those questions to be made available to me on Wednesday's lesson. Okay? So no one is to come to Wednesday's lesson without the answers to those lessons, those questions. Okay? Wonderful. See you all then. Start working hard from now.